What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Jimgraphics. In today's video, I'll show you guys how to design this church flyer in CorelDraw. Alright? So without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. So these are the texts we'll be making use of, alright? And these are all the backgrounds I got, alright? So I took this image from this, alright? So as you can see, we're going from this to this. So if you don't know how to take our background in Photoshop or in CorelDraw, please, you can go and watch my other videos. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. So basically, I've designed this flyer for a long time, and I think you have to go through it so you understand step by step in which we design this flyer. So this is CorelDraw, guys, and if you're new to CorelDraw, this is basically what you're going to see when you open CorelDraw. So we have our bars in CorelDraw. If you don't understand any tool here, please go and watch my beginners class. Alright, so now what we're going to do is to change our size. And the size we'll be making use of is A5 size. A5 size, if you understand what paper size are. A5 size. So to change your size in CorelDraw, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to this and change this to A5. Alright, so now what you're going to do is change your orientation. Orientation simply means either is on portrait or landscape. So we get some designs where they day landscape, some they day portrait. You understand? Alright, so now if you want to change your your size or your orientation in CorelDraw, come over to your property bar. You will see these two best friends that are sitting over here. These two best friends here. You will see one is portrait, which is straight. Then the other one is on landscape, which is like it's sleeping, something like that. If you understand, you understand. If you're not subscribed, believe me, you won't understand. So please subscribe to understand. Begging you guys. Now, click on it. You will see it's on landscape now. Now, the next thing you're going to do is, alright, let me first of all hide my status bar. So alright, so that this will be very big. Now come over to your rectangle tool and double click on this. Once you double click on it, the rectangle automatically will bring itself to the middle. Do you understand? Automatically. So in case you double click and it does not bring itself, that means you're using another version of CorelDraw. It doesn't work on all CorelDraws. Alright? Now, we have a black stroke or a black outline. We call it a black outline or a black stroke. Reason because we have the fill and we have the outline. Now, this is a fill, and any color you see outside like this we call it a stroke or an outline. Now to remove this, come over to this white pump, this white something you're seeing here, this thing you're seeing here. You can call it a thumbnail. Now right click on it, right click with your mouse. Now press letter P on your keyboard to bring it back to shape. Now this is what you're going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is import those images I showed you in the beginning of this class. For you to understand this video, you have to watch this video to the very end. To the very end for you to understand. Now what you're going to do is you come over to your file, select import, shortcut is Ctrl plus I. If you like. Now come over to this, select all this that you want to make use of, select everything. Alright, once you select everything, basically click and drop this way. Now this is what you're going to have. Now the next thing we're going to do is, I'm going to bring in this guy. Like I told you guys, I've designed this before. So I'm trying to, alright. So you bring out this guy and you're going to change the orientation, or am I going to check? We're going to flip it. So I want this part to be up while this part to be down. So you're going to use your mirror tool, alright, the mirror you use in your house, it has a reflection. So we're going to reflect this thing upward. And we have, you see, we have the left, we have the right, we have the up, we have the down. So we're going to use either of this way. Now this is what you're going to have. So we're going to scale this way. Now right click and select power clip to place it into this frame. Now you're seeing an arrow. The arrow is asking you, where do you want to power clip me to? If you want to understand this video, please share this video. Don't be stingy. You're not subscribed, you're not liking, you're not commenting, you're not sharing. Are we correct? Now, the arrow is asking you where do you want to power clip me to. So use the arrow to point to where you want to. So we are power clipping into the frame. The frame is the rectangle we created earlier. So let's click, you will see that's taking itself. And why are we power clipping inside? Before it was like this, because you cannot design and start using your rectangle to start trying to, cut it to, fit into frame, all those kind of things to align. No, it will work just as magic for you to, have a perfect, everything to be aligned perfectly. So now we're going to right click and select edit power clip. Now this is not bitmapped. Now right click and bitmap. So you're going to right click and select edit power clip. Now you're going to basically scale this up. Alright, so once you scale it up, this is what you are going to have. I'm going to scale this up this way and leave that to that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my, let's select our rectangle to draw this way. But I want to change the shade of this color. So I'm going to come over to my color thumbnail. So basically I have hide my status bar. So you're going to see it. So let me bring it back so that you see it. So this is your color thumbnail. You can use shift. Shift means F. There's the letter on your, we call it the alpha numeric. We have the numeric key, we have the alpha numeric key. The alpha numeric key is the one that have letters and numbers. It starts with letter F. F1, F2, F3, F4 to F12 on your keyboard. You can use that to bring it. You can use F11 or F12. F12 is for pencil. Now F11 is for fill, which is, you can come over to this and So basically, it's the same thing as coming over to this place and double clicking on this thumbnail. You can see. So let me hide back my status bar so we have a big screen. Now, what did I hide? I hide menu bar. So instead of status bar. So now you can go over and use your F12, F11, sorry. Now come over to your edit view. I want to come over to my color viewer. Now somebody asked me a question on the comment section. He said, if you want to design and you want to print, are you using RGB or CMYK? CMYK is for printing. RGB is for digital artwork, like social media artwork. All right. So now we are printing this flyer, so we're going to use CMYK. So I'm going to bring in this guy over here. I'm going to basically bring in this. Basically leave this one here. Alright, so let me just leave this here and select my transparency tool. Let's change this to overlay. And this is what we are going to have. So now I'm going to take this guy up, take it up, take it up, take it up. Take it up a bit. So we're going from this to this, alright? You can see it. So now, this is what we're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring in this guy. Alright, I'm going to bring in this guy. I'm going to bring it over here. So I'm going to bring this guy over here and leave that to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my shape tool and fade out this edge this way. So when we fade out this edge, we're going to select our transparency tool and change that to, let's say, soft light. Now if you change it to soft light, this is what you are going to have. So what you're going to do is you're going to scale this up this way, bring it down a bit. Alright, so this is what you're going to have, guys. Now the next thing I'm going to do, as you can see, there's somebody here like a ghost. So We're not going to show that. We're not going to show that. So we're going to just bring in this guy. Right click and select power clip, place it in here. So let's change this to overlay and see what we got. So I think we're going to leave that to overlay instead of soft light. So let me copy this and paste it again. That's bad. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. I'm going to scale this way. All right. This is like a mountain, like a mountain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my shape tool and drag this down here. So let me zoom out so we can see. So I'm going to bring this one here, bring this node over here using your shape tool, guys. Your shape tool. Don't be confused. Repeat after me. Don't be confused. All right. So right about that, select to curve. Right click on this line, the line you're seeing there. Right click with your mouse and select to curve. So once you select to curve, drag this one here and basically drag this one over here so to have a perfect curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to drag this, then click on it again to get this anchor point. All right. Then you're going to rotate this one this way. So once you rotate it, you're going to basically scale this way. Now what you're going to do is you're going to scale this way, bring it down. Now you're going to right click and select power clip, place it into this place. Now right click again and select edit power clip. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over to your effects, select adjust, select let's select image adjustment lab. So right about that, what you're going to do is you're going to come over to contrast, add a contrast to it. So it's not applying, guys. So it has applied over here. So this is what you're going to have, guys. So the next thing you're going to do is click on finish, click on finish, click on finish. Now you're going to basically bring this one in here and rotate it again, rotate it a little bit. All right. So this is basically what you're going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to just bring this down here and take this one up this way. So the theme of this flyer is yielded, young and yielded. So that's the reason why I'm bringing in this to represent the theme. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to double click on this 1 and 2, and we're going to rotate this just this way. And this is what we are going to have. All right. So this is basically what we're going to have. So I'm going to scale this one up this way and make sure this is fitted this way. So the next thing we're going to do is, right click and select power clip to place it into this frame. So this is what we are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do now is I'm going to bring in this guy. All right. I'm going to scale this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to fade out this using our transparency tool. Alright, so but I think I'm not going to need this. So I'm going to delete this. And the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to bring in our text. So over here are the names of the fonts we'll be making use of. So select all this, Ctrl C to copy and Ctrl V to paste. Alright, Ctrl C to copy, then come over to your text tool and click on this empty space. Then what you're going to do is use Ctrl V to paste. Then the next thing you're going to do is give it a white color so we can see, and we're going to reduce the font to font 11 to enable us see what we're doing. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this logo over here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy the name of the church and cut it using Ctrl plus X. So the font I'll be making use of this is called Campton Book. Alright, so I'm going to come over to the font tab and select this. Now we're going to highlight everything and use Ctrl plus A to highlight, then use Shift F3 on your keyboard to change case, or you come over to your text tool over here and you're going to see change case over here, then select uppercase, then click on OK. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to scale this up this way Now bring this one over here. Now this is what you are going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to select the theme, which is this. All right. Then this is what you are going to have, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to break this apart. Put my cursor here and break apart this way. Then use Ctrl plus K to break everything apart. And the font I'll be making use of this is called this. All right. And I'm going to give it this font this way. Now I'm going to scale this up this way, and I'm going to select my shape tool and reduce the spacing this way. I'm going to give the same font to this. All right. I'm going to scale it up and use my shape tool and drag this in here. And the font I'll be making use of this is called Times New Roman. And this is what you are going to have. So basically, I'm going to cut this letter G, paste it over here. Now I'm going to scale this one up. Let's bring this guy over here and bring this guy. Scale this one up this way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just leave this over here. Alright, so we're going to reduce this guy. We're going to reduce this. Bring it to this part. Reduce this and scale it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to scale this one up. Scale it up and change it to small letter. We're going to change this letter Y to small letter. Now this is basically what you are going to have. So we're going to change this one also to small letter. Now I'm going to bring this guy just down here and I'm going to reduce this. Bring this one over here. Now this is basically what you are going to have, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my, first of all, let me reduce this. Right? Let me reduce this. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my ellipse tool, draw a cycle over here. Now I'm going to select this, and go to weld. Weld this, so we're going to have this shape. So let me weld this one. So we're going to have this shape. So I'm going to just drag this one in here this way. Now this is what we're going to have. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my interactive fill tool, drag this way. Now select this, come over to this, and basically go to your color thumbnail. Make sure it's on CMYK. Drag this over here. Alright. Then come over to this, and you can basically give it this orange color. Now bring this one over here and bring this guy and just place it over here, and this is what you are going to have, guys. So scale this up and leave that to that. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to change these colors. You're going to play with the color now. Now what you're going to do is select this. Alright. Now drag this color this way. Now what you're going to do is you're going to give it this color. Make sure it's on CMYK. Now come over to this. Leave it to this green. Alright, so you're going to come over to this and give it this yellow, light yellow. Alright, so this is what you are going to have, guys. This is what you are going to have. So you're going to give this one light yellow. Now this is basically what you are going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to apply a shadow to this. Give it a shadow. Apply a shadow to it. Now you're going to drag this over here and use Ctrl plus K to break all the shadows apart. Ctrl plus K to break all shadows apart. Now select all the shadows, and drag them just down here this way. And this is what you are going to have, guys. So I'm going to scale everything. I'm going to select everything here and basically scale it up this way. Alright, so I'm going to drag this up. Now this is what you're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this theme, cut it, come over to this and paste it. Now give it yellow. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change it to uppercase, bold it, bring it over here, and just reduce that this way. Just bring it just a little bit, alright? You don't need to make it that big or anything, alright? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. Once you scale it up this way, don't worry about the color. We're going to play with that. So I'm going to select my transparency to fill out this edge. Bitmap it, convert it to bitmap, convert to RGB, bitmap with RGB, not CMYK. Now, come over to this and change this to soft light. Now, once you change the soft light, come over to bitmap, go to mode, select grayscale. Now, this is what you're going to have, guys. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to right click and select power clip, then place it into this frame. Now, this is basically what you are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guys. Alright, cut it and bring it over here. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over to this, cut the time and dates. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over to this and change this font to Anton. Alright, now the one was a bit pronounced, guys. Now guys, you're going to just cut this dates. Use Ctrl K to break it apart. Now scale this up this way. So once you scale it up, scale it again. Now cut match, put it on top. Now change this to uppercase. Now what you're going to do is you're going to just put this over here and put this one here, put this and put this here. Now the next thing you're going to do, guys, is bring in your rectangle tool, draw a line just here. Now remove the fill, give it a white outline. Increase the white outline by going to your F12 to open. I told you F12 for outline, F11 for fill. Now come over to this and select, let's say 0.1. Then click on OK. Now select your shape tool. Now drag this way, and this is what you are going to have. So next thing I'm going to do is this 9 a.m. sorry. I'm going to basically drag it this way. Once you drag it, leave that to that. Drag it and leave that to that. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my rectangle tool. Draw this way. Give it a white outline. White color, sorry. Reduce this. And this is basically what you're going to have, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this one down this way. And bring in my rectangle tool again. Draw this way. Now I'm going to copy this color. I'm going to copy this color. I'm going to fill it with this one. Alright. So what I'm going to do is, let me bring it out here so it's going to line. So now I'm going to select my shape to reduce this and make this round corner shape. I'm going to change this to make this one. I'm going to copy this and make this date. Reduce it, bring this over here. Alright, so this is what you're going to have, guys. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring in this one, change it to Campton Book. Alright, so once you change to Campton Book, this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to cut the featuring and paste it over here. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to reduce this one. Once you reduce it, cut the address and paste it over here. Now you're going to scale this one up this way. So once you scale it up this way, bring it over here. So bring in this guy and flip it just right here and leave that to that. Now I'm going to select my shape tool, drag this way. Now make sure it is to front and give it bold, Campton Book. Now just bring it over here and leave that to that. So we can basically leave this one just the way it is. And we're going to align this properly. So let's highlight everything and make sure it's aligned properly. Now this is what you're going to have. So the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to just drag this down using my shape tool. You can use it to increase space or reduce spacing. Now the next thing you're going to do is bring in this line, drag it over here. Just drag it over here and reduce this, guys. Reduce it and bring in your address. Drag it over here. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to import your address icon. So come over to this. I'm going to put everything for you guys in the comment, in the down description below, guys. I'm going to put everything. So we're going to drag this guy down here. All right. So once you drag it, you're going to reduce this. So the next thing you're going to do is come over to this, convert it to bitmap. Now go to bitmap, select mode, select black and white. Now click on OK, select trace bitmap, outline trace, line art. Wait for it to load. Now click on OK. Now we have our before and this is our after. So delete the before and leave the after. If you like, delete everything. Come and tell me you don't understand. Please guys, subscribe to this channel. Now give it light yellow color. Reduce it. Bring this one in here. Bring this one here. Now always make sure your stuff is aligned properly. Now this is what you are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in this and draw this way. I'm going to give it a white color. So over here, I'm going to just demarcate this with red color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this and cut this, paste it over here. Now I'm going to give it a black color. So I'm going to reduce this, paste it over here, give it Campton Book, bold it. Then I'm going to just cut this, cut everything you see, cut everything. Now bring this one here for now. Put this one here and put this one here. Now I'm going to give this one red. Then give this one red. Now I'm going to leave everything to just the way it is. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to this. Then break this apart using Ctrl plus K. Then give everything white. Then you're going to basically scale this one up. Then reduce this. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to bring in the numbers to core in case you want to attend. Now basically I'm going to just reduce this one just the way it is. Bring it here. And like I said, always make sure it's aligned properly. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. So I'm going to bring in this guy. Place it just right here. Bold it, give it italics, and give it a yellow color. Make sure it's aligned with this. You know, most churches, they always like, come and be blessed. Make sure you attend, blah, blah, blah. A lot of talk. Now bring in this guy. I'm going to bring in this guy and basically scale it up this way. So once I scale it up, I'm going to bring in this guy and give it a black color. So I'm going to change the font to Anton. Nothing serious, so we're going to just leave that and change it to uppercase and reduce this way and make sure it is centralized. Then scale it up this way, then leave that to that, and this is basically what we are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is basically I intend to play with this, but later on I later left it, but let me try if it's going to give me something cool that I need. So that is it, guys. Just change it to use your transparency to change it to soft light. You can see the before, you can see the after. Now power clip inside, then go into the frame and edit power clip, then just scale it up to half. There's this smoke effect is given over here. Now just leave that to that. And guys, in case you're confused in any way, this is how I designed or we designed this unique church flyer in CorelDraw. If you have no question, please drop me a comment in the comment section below and see you guys in my next video.